but then a part of me is like, am I starting to forget? Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, and I
Yeah.
know that I'm not forgetting, but it's just like, am I just so wound up in my own life that things that were once very important to me are just less important? All right, y'all. So I'm ready to just dig deep into this episode.
Yep.
I have been looking forward to talk about this because I've just been feeling different
Oh yeah.
around things. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Well, tell us how you feel. What's been going on in that noggin of yours?
I'm gonna tell, well, I ain't gonna tell you everything, but we'll tell you some of the stuff. So
Awesome.
by the time this episode is released, I know Mother's Day will have passed and my mom's birthday will have passed, but those are two things I really wanted to harp on for this episode.
Gotcha. Sounds like good topics. Juicy
Y-
ones at that.
I don't know how juicy it's gonna be, but I just felt it's important to share where I stand this year
Mm.
for Mother's Day, my mom's birthday, because it feels really different
Yeah.
compared to how I usually feel. Yeah, like in past years, so just even taking it back prior to my mom's passing
Hmm.
for Mother's Day, and I know I'm sure I've spoken on it on a previous episode, but my
Yeah.
mom's birthday would sometimes fall on Mother's Day.
Oh.
So then it's like a double gift day, like those kids whose birthdays on Christmas type of thing, you know?
Yeah. Did you give her like two gifts?
Um, n- eh,
Because I don't think I've ever had someone where like their birthday fell on like a gift giving holiday. I'll say.
I wouldn't say most of the time I have given her a gift.
Gotcha.
I, excuse me, I said that wrong. Given her 2 gifts. I've
Okay.
given her at least a gift,
Got it.
but, my mom has always been a hard person to get a gift for
Mm. One of those.
because my mom was like a tomboy, so it's not like, "Oh, get her some nice flowers and get her this and get her that,"
Mm.
she wasn't.
Or a dress. I don't think I've ever seen your mom in a dress.
She was a skirt suit or pantsuit type of woman.
Yeah,
So
very
she would
nice.
have a skirt with one of those matching jackets,
Oh,
but yeah, a dress. I'm trying to think of when's the last time I seen my mom in a dress.
I don't think ever.
If anything, in a picture, maybe, but
Like not even like in like a dress, like people wear like a t-shirt nightgown. Like,
you're right. Yeah. Oh, she would wear t-shirts and no pants, but and as small as she was, it
well,
would look like a dress, but
yeah.
that was about it.
Uh,
But she was just always hard to buy for.
hmm.
So, like, typical gifts I would get her were, like, her favorite perfume.
Oh,
She loved the, what is it? White Diamonds. It was this
oh,
perfume that was fairly common.
gotcha.
Um, so, like, that was always a go-to, but scratch tickets, those were easy go-tos with her too because her and playing her lotto.
Yeah, I feel like that's such like a Connecticut thing.
It it must be. I don't know. I'm sure it's everywhere, but
Yeah, maybe.
it's it's a thing though. Yeah, it's really weird, but it's a thing. So let me waste my money so you can maybe get some money. Like,
Well, she definitely got that from her mama. So,
oh well, yeah, because my grandma was over there in the corner with her little bingo scratch tickets just
mm,
going.
yes, it's
Oh
not
my
something that
gosh.
you inherited, though. I don't believe.
No, I used to like do scratch tickets sometimes with them, but I know
Mm.
my grandma's favorite was Aces High. It was $1
Oh,
scratch ticket. And then my mom's favorite were the crossword ones.
oh, those ones are good.
Yeah, those ones are always nice, and it just makes you feel like you're doing something extra than a scratch ticket.
Right, that's true. It does. It
So
definitely
unhealthy. let
Yeah, I mean,
me
hey,
let me just put another 5 on it, but what's life without some fun? So, you
right,
have to do those things sometimes, but
exactly.
I can't think of any other specific gifts that I typically would get her. It really was just hard. Sometimes I do like a card with money,
Mm,
support her unhealthy habits of smoking cigarettes back when she did smoke cigarettes.
yeah,
But those are the things we do for people we love, even though,
right.
yes, we do healthy things for the people we love, or we try to help them stop their habits. And as a kid, I tried to help her stop smoking. I would hide her cigarettes, make her think she didn't have any more. She would just go and buy another pack. So
Right.
I learned that my efforts were going unseen and that I just
Mm,
needed to stop. So,
yeah.
um, but yeah, so a lot of times I wouldn't really get her anything extra. I
Mhm.
would just kind of combine the gift when her birthday and Mother's Day fell on the same day.
Oh.
Um, And if anything, for Mother's Day, I'd get her at least a card and try to do something nice for her,
Mhm.
like make her something to eat or, just kind of like not be a pain in the ass for that day type of thing.
Yeah.
One day only. But then for her birthday, I would get like an actual gift. Like it was always hard for me. And I don't personally feel like I'm a good gift giver.
No?
Like, no, like that's not my thing.
I don't know, you seem pretty great to me because I will never forget the coffee mug and the socks that you have given me, so
Oh my gosh. Well, like when I, I guess I have moments, but I just feel
more
like
realistic gift giver.
it's hard for me. It's really hard for me to get gifts for people, and that's probably a part of the reason why I don't care to celebrate Christmas because it's like, oh gosh, I gotta like use all this effort to think of something to get someone and really hope that they like it and
Right.
that they're not gonna just throw it away because I invested my time and or money into this. And
Yeah, it's a lot of
so,
pressure.
right, like a birthday is already enough. So
It definitely is.
I just want to stick to those.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how it typically was for Mother's Day and my mom's birthday. I remember like one year, my family went out to Outback.
Mm,
Like my mom, my grandma, aunts and uncles, like a
mhm.
whole gang of us because of my mom's birthday falling on Mother's Day. So it was pretty perfect. I was like, yes, I'm spared. I don't have to think of anything. But
Right. 2 for 1.
yeah, which were the best. But
Mm,
and then after she passed, excuse me, it just I don't know, I just didn't really care for Mother's Day anymore.
well, I mean, yeah, why would you, really?
Right, but then it was hard because there's still a lot of moms around me,
Oh,
between friends and family, there even coworkers,
mhm.
I felt still obligated to say something to them even though I didn't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And it's such an uncomfortable setting because it's just like
Yeah.
nothing against them and being moms, but it's just like the reason for me to be able to tell people happy Mother's Day is because my mom brought me here and she's not here. So y'all
Right.
about to just get dubbed on your happy Mother's Day wishes.
And, you know what? I think that's fine too, especially, like, people that, like, know you and, like, know, what you've been through, like,
Hmm.
whatever.
Right. So it's just hard because, like I would like to assume people have that same mindset that
Mm,
know me, but I don't know if that's,
that's true.
really the case. So
Yeah, I'm different.
there might
Some
be some
people.
people out there still waiting for their well wishes.
Just be like, "That
So,
bitch, she didn't wish me happy Mother's Day," like,
right,
and I saw her, like, it's not like, you had a text or whatever.
right. So it's just like, that's always been, like a kind of like a struggle a little bit for me
Yeah, definitely.
because there are times where I really just don't want to say anything. I really don't. And it's not to be an asshole about it. It's
Yeah.
just because I can't celebrate my mom and it's hard to not feel some type of way about it. But you know, it's this year will be 4 years that my mom hasn't been here, and I feel a little lighter around that.
Yeah, crazy.
Um, I don't feel as distant to uh, other moms when it comes to Mother's Day, and
Mm,
not saying anything to them. Like I'm okay with it, but I just also don't want to like go into conversation like, "Oh, what are you doing for Mother's Day?" or like, "How are you
right.
spending your day?" Like I'm still not there,
Yeah, no.
and I don't know if I'll ever be there to be honest, and I don't care to ever be there because for me that's not important. And I say
Mhm.
that in the most kindest and sincerest way, but I like my mom's still not here. Regardless, it'll be 20 years down the road. I really don't care what you're doing for Mother's Day, to be honest. But
Right.
I'll at least, give you your kudos for being a mom and being a good ass mom and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
and I'll do that throughout the year. Like I'm one of those people who doesn't like to wait until that societal day to give someone recognition. if I feel like someone's doing a good job, tell them in that moment.
Mhm. Definitely. And I was gonna say, you're not really like a holiday person either, so it's just kind of like,
Right.
it's not like Mother's Day isn't special, it's just kind of like no holidays are really I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that they're not special, but like, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I
they
guess to
just
you, maybe they're not, I don't know, but
for me, they don't really make a big difference, I guess is what I can say.
yeah. I mean, it makes total sense because it's like, why like, yes, it's nice to have these moments, to, like, appreciate certain events and things like that in life, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day, you really should be trying to celebrate things on a daily basis.
Exactly, yeah,
I
and
get it.
maybe part of the issue is too that there's so much independence and individualism pushed upon us as people, and I've just soaked
Yeah,
that up so much that because holidays are really a time for community and like
it's true.
togetherness, and I'm just not there. But
Yeah, and I think
that's neither here nor there, right?
that's
Ugh.
yeah, no, that's totally understandable, it's hard to celebrate something when, it's such a sad moment,
Yeah,
I guess, it's
it
just
doesn't feel celebratory. It's
no.
just like, oh, great, a
Right.
reminder of who I can't spend this time with.
Yeah, it's better
So,
to just avoid or just not pay attention to those situations. Because, like, why like, okay, so you're gonna, like, sit here and just, like, divulge in, like, sadness? Like, no,
hmm
nobody wants to do that.
can't have it.
No.
Right, can't have it. So, for I obviously don't have anyone reach out to me for Mother's Day,
Mm,
um, unless they were jokingly or like kindly saying Happy Mother's Day because of Chewy.
gotcha. It's true.
But I mean, even he's gone now, so it's just like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's a total different year. But when it comes to Mother's Day, I just like to not be so involved with others. Like I don't like to go out of my way to really spend my time on Mother's Day with anyone else who's a mom
Right.
or and it feels like my village, my community of people respect that,
Mhm.
which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Um, I never asked them how they feel about me not saying anything to them other than Happy Mother's Day on that day,
Right.
but I don't I just don't want to go there, I
Mm. I don't
don't
think
want
you
to take
have
myself
to.
there.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, I really don't think that you have to. Like, if I was a mom and you didn't, like, say it to me, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, Amanda's not my friend anymore because she didn't wish me a happy Mother's Day." It's
Right.
just like, I get it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's always how I felt around Mother's Day, but I can say this year I don't feel like I'm dreading it.
It's good.
I think maybe a part of it, which I'm just now kind of putting together, is I don't work with the public like I used to. I don't work in the store anymore. I work from home.
Woohoo.
So, yeah, thank goodness. So, I'm around less people. I'm around less moms. I'm
Yeah.
not in that retail environment that highlights Mother's Day, get your Mother's
Right.
Day plant or get your Mother's Day gift.
Mm.
I'm not around it where it's shoved in my face 24/7. So I'm able to kind of like breathe
Yeah, that could
around it.
totally be a factor.
hmm And I don't have cable. So
Well,
whatever I
that
watch
too.
is on Hulu or Netflix. So I don't have commercials
Mhm.
that's like, oh, last minute Mother's Day gifts. And,
Right.
I don't have it just at a constant rate in my face. And I think that's really helpful as well because
Yeah.
then, you know, that's how trends start. All the advertisement and propaganda, put it in your face, put it in your face. And then people who don't have it feel like they're missing out.
Exactly.
So, I don't feel like I'm missing out. So I actually feel pretty okay this
Yeah.
year.
That's good.
And, I'm happy about that. And, the day after Mother's Day will be my mom's birthday.
Mm. Double
And
whammy.
oh, I know, every year. So wow, great job, grandma. Did a really really good one on that one, huh?
Right.
So
Oh
um
gosh. That's tough.
it's
I
like,
couldn't
yeah,
imagine because, like, my dad's birthday's in February and Father's Day is what, like, July or June or something,
it's
so,
in
like,
June,
I
yeah.
have
So
some buffer.
right,
You
you got
you
plenty of
don't.
time, but I'm like
Tough.
bam, bam, like
Yeah.
smack in the face. Like either her birthday is on Mother's Day,
Mhm.
before Mother's Day, or right after Mother's Day. Like it's just like
Yeah. Can't
Can't
really
wait. Yeah.
ignore.
It's always within the same week, though.
Yeah.
It's just what it comes down to.
But
Like,
it could be nice too, because then you can just, just
get
get
it
it
all
out
the way.
all together, and you don't have to think about it again.
Right?
That works
So,
too.
we just got that out the way. Now I could live the rest of my year fine. No.
Right.
But, yeah, so her birthday's coming, and typical feelings I have around her birthday are just, like, anxiousness and sadness and, the grieving.
Yeah.
It's just, I always, like, if I was really excited about anyone's birthday, it was always my mom's birthday, but that's because my mom and I were 2 peas in a pod.
Mm.
So, we lived together. Like, how do you not be excited about the birthday of the person you live with? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like, no one should be more excited other than them that it's their birthday, but
Exactly.
like, I used to be so excited waiting for her to, like, wake up if I woke up before her and, like,
Oh.
"What are you doing today? Like, can I do this with you?" Or, "Here's your gift. I couldn't wait to give you your gift." And
Mm.
I would always sign her cards from me and Chewy, like, all the time.
So cute.
Right, because it's like that was her grandson dog, I don't know. So,
Yeah.
he was a member of the family, so I always had to put Chewy on the cards, and it's actually funny, I was cleaning through my basement,
Mhm.
last weekend, and I found some old cards, like, I found,
Oh.
from years ago, like, even from you, from Nat, like, the most random birthday, holiday, whatever types of
Mhm.
cards, and there was a card in there from my mom, and
Oh.
she had signed Chewy's name in there too, it was so cute.
Oh. Oh, mama.
Right. I was like, "Aw, we really was over here signing Chewy's name." I remember one year I got her a card and did a paw print with
That's cute.
Chewy's paw print. Yes,
Oh.
with brown paint. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. But yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, so her birthday's still nothing super extravagant, but I always
Mm.
make sure to get her a cake, just to make it feel like it was her birthday and stuff. So,
Yeah.
um, I want to say one of the last things we did was we went out to eat at the buffet at the casino, and that's
Nice.
something we typically didn't do.
Yeah.
So that was something nice and different,
Mm.
but this year I don't feel sad. I don't feel anxious. Um, and part of me wonders if that's because I have so much good in my life happening right now
Mhm.
that I'm kind of like,
Distracted.
yes, exactly. I'm distracted from those negative emotions because I'm just trying to suck up all the good that's going on.
Yeah, could be.
Even though it's still a shitty concept of her not being here for her birthday, but
Right, right.
but it's just this year is so different, and I just felt like I needed to share that
Yeah.
because I just always thought year after year I'm gonna feel the same.
Mhm.
And like we say, like it doesn't go away. You just deal with it differently.
Exactly. And
But I didn't think this was gonna be a different feeling.
that's true. And I feel like you never really know until you're in that moment and you're going through it. And I think I'm glad that you're sharing your feelings and stuff on this because it's important for others who are going through this to be able to see, okay, maybe I won't feel like shit every time it's like a birthday or, Mother's Day or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe one day I'll learn how to, adjust or like be okay in like a
Yeah.
different way.
It's so weird. I just like but then a part of me, because there's always that two sides to everything. But
Hmm.
then a part of me is like, am I starting to forget? Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, and I know that I'm not forgetting, but it's just like, am I just so wound up in my own life that things that were once very important to me are just less important?
I don't think it's that at all. I just think, as time passes and stuff and you learn how to focus, like you said, on other things that are going really great in your life, you don't spend as much time focusing on all those like negative feelings that you have towards
Mhm.
that loss that you experience. And I just think it's really a shift in just like your thought process. It's not that you're forgetting because obviously you're still thinking about it if you're recognizing the fact that you feel differently about it. So
That's
it's not
true.
out of your mind completely. You are thinking about it. It's just your thoughts around it is changing because
Mhm.
you're finally able to kind of, I don't know. I guess I always like put into like you're getting rid of like that numbness and you're able to really enjoy the other aspects of your life to a point where you can still like reflect on, these things in these situations, but you're not letting it consume you like it was previously.
That's true. I mean, if I'm gonna be quite frank, I actually forgot Mother's Day was coming up, and all I
Fun.
could focus on was my mom's birthday. Like, I knew my mom's
Mhm.
birthday was coming, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize," like,
Right.
because I remember I was, like, talking to Nat, and I'm like, "Oh, we can get together this weekend, which day works better for you, Saturday or Sunday?" And she said something about Mother's Day being on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh
Oh,
my gosh." I was like, "Wow, already?
yeah.
This
Right.
weekend?"
Yeah. Well, probably not Sunday.
Right. I was like, "Oh, okay, so we're gonna cancel out Sunday, not a problem." But,
Mm.
now with my car being down and out,
Wow, wow.
right, that was gonna change anyways, but,
Yeah.
but I just felt like this was something I needed to share, even though it is just after Mother's Day passing,
Mhm.
but it's just something I needed to share. And then especially for other people who don't have their moms, or you have people in your life who don't have their moms,
Yeah.
it's just good to be mindful of how they may be feeling or they may have been feeling. So, with this being after Mother's Day, have you checked on that person?
Right.
Have you seen, how they're feeling, or do you even know what that person prefers for communication or no communication when it comes to, days like Mother's Day or even Father's Day that's going to be coming up next month,
Mhm.
and how they like to interact with others who are celebrating it. Do they want to celebrate it with you?
Mhm.
Do they not want to talk about it? Do they want to talk about their mom? Like me, clearly, I felt this year that I needed to just talk about my mom and,
Yeah.
what we used to do. So, it's just good stuff to think about, even though unfortunately we missed the mark on the day, but it's never too late to go back and talk to those who are in your circle that experience not having a mom for Mother's Day.
Right. Yeah. I think it's important to just like check in because like even though like me and you we're experiencing the same situation, I
Hmm.
still don't really know what the hell to say to you when it comes to like Mother's Day and birthdays and stuff like that. I feel like the most because for me, avoidance is like key. So I'm like, would she even want me to, like, say anything? But, like, I kinda feel like an ass, like, if I just, like, ignore it completely. So I
Hmm.
feel like the most that, like, I would do for you is just say, "Hey," I would just hit you up and be like, "Hey," and, have a little conversation and be like, "I just want you to know,
Right.
like, I'm here for you." And,
Yes.
like, I don't have to say anything other than that, and, like, like, what I mean.
Exactly.
And you can either feel like you can just say, "Okay, thank you, I love you," or you
Hmm.
can, go into a deeper conversation and stuff, but I'll leave that up to you, but I'm gonna let you know that, like, "Hey, I'm thinking about you," and
Yeah.
open that up if you want it to be opened, and if not, then, that's okay, but I'm here.
Exactly. And that's a big thing too, is for us as people who are grieving, that that two-way communication is very important. That yes,
Mhm.
your people should reach out to you and ask you how you're doing and what is it that you need, or let you know that they're here for you if you
Yeah,
need them.
right.
But us as the grieving ones should also, "Hey, not today," or "Yeah, I would like to, but a different time," or
Mhm.
"Yeah, I'd really like that right now," or just being clear and direct on what it is that we actually want or don't want, because that helps us to be supported better by those around us, and then they don't feel like they have to, like, tiptoe on eggshells around us
Mhm.
also,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we're getting what we need.
Yeah. Right. Because, like, can you imagine, like, if I text you on Sunday, on Mother's Day, and I was like, "Hey, Amanda, like, I know that, like, your mom's not here anymore, but I just want to let you know, like, I'm here, like, let's talk about it," or something, like, that's just
Right.
so, like, invasive,
Yes, or
like
even if, like, You're just like, "Oh, hey, good morning. Yeah, today for Mother's Day, me and my mom are gonna do this, that, and the third."
Right.
Like,
Why would I
bitch, did I ask you your plans?
right.
It's stuff like that.
That's true, yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "This is what I'm gonna do today." Like, "How about you?"
Yeah,
Like, no.
exactly. And, and for some people, not myself, this time around, but for some people, even just scrolling through social media and seeing different things that people are doing for Mother's Day. So, I'm not saying for people to not post what they're doing for Mother's Day because that's your right to do that.
Right.
If you want to do that, you can do that. But if you are someone who's grieving
Mhm.
and you know that could be a trigger, don't even indulge in it. It's
Yeah.
a good time to just take space from the social media and to just go for a walk, go outside, do some coloring, listen to some tunes, read a book, something else to distract you. So then that way you're not just scrolling through a feed of, oh,
Heartbreak.
hubby got me this for Mother's Day. The kids did this for me for Mother's Day. Oh, I just love Mother's Day. Mothers, 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 mothers. Like that shit gets annoying after a while. So,
Definitely.
and yes, everyone always posts all the good stuff on the internet and never like, the negatives, but just keep yourself in a safe mental space, for the next time it comes around or for, birthdays, regardless. Just
Mhm.
when you know it's a time you could be triggered, take care of yourself. It's really important.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good tip, especially with this day and age with technology and whatever.
Ooh, yes. Stay off the malls, stay off your
Yes.
emails. No.
Right, just go hide in a
Right.
corner for, like, a week
Exactly.
and, you'll
Yeah.
be alright.
It'll be fine. It'll be by before you know it. It'll be a whole new topic. No.
Right.
So
Oh,
yes. So
mhm,
that is what I've been so eager for this episode to kind of just put out there and share with you all. You know, once again, it's past the day, but this information is always useful.
yeah,
And just
definitely.
think, Father's Day is coming up next.
Mm, can't wait.
And I look forward to you being able to share
Mhm.
some tips with us.
Yeah, will do when we get there.
Right? She's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yep. Okay. Bye.
But yes,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing all those tips. I think it is really helpful for those that are going through, that similar situation, especially in your case where you have a double whammy. That's,
Yeah. It's always fun.
stinks, but yeah, we get through it and this is, how we're doing it this year. So
Absolutely.
important. Um,
So,
but there is one thing aside from, this topic that I wanted to tell you about. And I feel I would share this for the podcast because we've talked about it a lot on here and why not, let everybody know. But you would be very proud of me because maybe, I don't know, a week ago or something, I forget when it was, but I did something that made me very personable, and I feel like you would be very proud of me.
I'm already smiling. Tell me more.
So instead of being like a little hermit and just like not wanting to, uh, talk to people or whatever, there is this one lady who just retired at work, and I was asked by a few people if I would like to go out after work for like, food and drinks or whatever to like hang out with this person and like, see them and stuff. And as much as I didn't want to because it was a small group of people that like I don't really like really talk to because as we've stated, I'm not personable at work. I did go. That was loud.
Sorry. I'm shocked.
I did go. I was personable, except, I don't know how personable I was because my boss was there. She's the one that like invited me to go. And she made a comment when we were at dinner and she was like, "Oh, she's like, don't talk too much over there."
Like,
And
listen, lady, I'm
I'm like,
out the house. I'm
this
out the
bitch,
house.
right? Like y'all know that like I don't communicate with people and like whatever. Like I'm here, bitch. Like be thankful that I'm here.
Turned left so fast.
But
That
she
went
has
left.
like no filter. And I'm just kind of like, I wasn't shocked by the comment, but I just like kind of threw me for a second. And I was like, well,
That
damn.
is so funny. Oh my
But,
god. So, did you enjoy yourself?
I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was all right. I wouldn't. just, like, kinda like one of those, like, weird, like, awkward, like, work functions, especially because
Yeah.
like, I don't really I mean, I know, like, them and stuff, but, like, we don't at my job, it's not where we're, like, interacting all the time and whatever, so it's just, like, kind of, like,
Gotcha.
weird, and, like, after COVID and shit, like, that's probably the first time I've been out with, like, a group of people since COVID,
Okay.
so I think
Gotcha.
that that really just, like, adds to, like, the awkwardness because you kind of lose, like, your social
Social
functions.
skills. Yes.
So, like, you gotta think before the pandemic, I was already socially awkward, so now, like, it's just kind of, like, extreme, so
Fresh out the womb.
yeah.
You make eye contact and you talk.
I don't know about the eye contact thing, but, I did chip in here and there just for the conversations.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm very proud of you because that is huge. That's a really big step, especially for you to be out with a group of people. Because I know that feeling, and I'm sure a lot of us know the feeling where it's just weird to go out with a group of people who aren't your people.
Right, yeah.
So it's just like, how am I supposed to present myself? Like,
Mhm.
how do I conduct myself in these moments? Because this is what I would typically do with my people, but y'all aren't my people, so I got to do something different.
Right.
And when they're coworkers, it's another degree because you
Yeah,
can't
it's
get too
different.
loose, but you can't be
Yeah.
like too like uppity because you came out for a reason. So it's just like, come on.
Right, and it wasn't like a business dinner, so, like, you didn't have to, like, act, professional or whatever, but, like, you
Right.
also, like you said, don't wanna get, like, too
Too
personal either.
Yeah, you don't get too comfy cozy. Like,
Right.
manage your drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
I don't need
But
them looking at me differently at work now, so
right. Well, that's really good. I mean, they might be looking at you differently because you actually came out and they're probably shocked, like,
yeah. I think so too.
she came
Because I
out.
don't talk to people, they don't really know, like, too much about me, so I think it was nice for them to, like, kind of, like, get to know me a little bit and, like, where I come from and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
I
Baby
know.
growing up.
I figured that you would be, so I was like, next time we record, I have to tell this to Amanda, but I'm not gonna tell her
Yes.
before. I was
I
so tempted to
noticed.
tell you before, but I was like, "You know what? I'm not going to. I'm gonna save it for everybody."
I know. I was like, damn, as often as we talk, and I'm just now hearing about
Mhm.
this, but that's okay. Share it with me and all the people.
Yep,
We all
so
have been waiting to hear.
it's only taken about, 4 months into the year, but, like, I'm making progress here, slowly but surely.
That's okay. Listen, on your time,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
you've done it. Just
Mhm.
don't let it be the last time.
I won't. So there was supposed to be, like, a work function for this lady, next month, I think, or sometime in May, or I don't know, sometime, like, a bigger group function to where, like, it goes out, like, agency-wide for people who, like, knew this person,
Okay.
but, the people that I went to dinner with wanted to do something smaller with people that, like, she actually fucked with and not just, like, people who wanna go out for drinks
Yes.
after work. Because they're 2 completely different things. If
Absolutely.
everyone's invited, it's just kind of like, "Okay, cool, these are, like,
Yeah.
people from
It's gonna
work."
turn
It's
to
not
small clicks.
Yeah, it's not people
Mhm.
who, like, you're actually, like that you like, I guess, or
Yeah.
that can see yourself, like, talking to you outside of work.
Yeah. You have
So
work friends and coworkers.
exactly. So there is gonna be another, like, get together, but it's gonna be less personal. Um,
Gotcha.
so I do plan to go to that as well, so I'll update you when that happens, but
Oh my gosh,
that
look
one will
at
be harder
you.
because well, I guess it depends on how many people show up, but, we'll we'll report on that when it happens.
Yeah, so just do like 5 more minutes of talking than last time and you're making strides.
Yeah, I guess so. I gotta be more out there and talk to people because
Yes!
whatever,
Yes!
whatever, boss.
Aw, kudos to Cassie.
She's probably like, "How does this lady, like, talk to families if, like, she can't even, like, hold a conversation at dinner?" But whatever. It's
How'd she
different.
get her job? No.
2 completely different things.
It is though, yeah, it totally is.
Mm.
Well, good job, my dear. Very
Yeah,
proud of you.
my fun fact for the day.
Yes. See, if Cassie can do it, y'all can do it. No.
Or give me your tips, make it easier.
Right. Break past those curses and make things happen. Don't be
Yes,
too afraid to get uncomfortable.
never. That's where you
Yes.
grow. I'm growing.
Yep. You're my baby growing up. She growing up. Well, this was a awesome episode. Thank
Mm,
you for sharing that.
of
We
course.
definitely have some good feedback for those going through some more grieving. And then we also have some feedback on how to just jump on in and do those things that you say you want to do and get them done.
Exactly.
Do you have any more content to share with our people for this episode?
Nope, that was kind of the only gem life update that I had to drop.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in again to another one of our episodes here on Mindset Talks podcast. And we hope you have a beautiful day. And don't forget to get uncomfortable for a moment.
Never.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.